So really crazy video, and actually I don't have the short clip, but Tulsa PD, and this video is from like a month or so ago, but there's a video going around of them responding to a mental health call and just getting it wrong in all the ways you could possibly get this wrong. All right, I think we can watch this. We don't need to watch all of it.
You want to get tased? Yeah, then come out. You want to get tased?
Don't do it.
055.
So this has been viewed 53,000 times on YouTube already.
This is
Sorry,
so
and content
fun.
warning, this is horrible police behavior. So anyway, that's probably enough, honestly, just to watch. But yeah, so this is back, well, this link was posted March 30th, but the original video was from sometime in February, I think I saw. Anyway, Tulsa police, like, no clue how they're defending this, but they're trying. The officer's actions are under investigation, but heavily edited video never tells the whole story. 5 videos totaling more than 5 hours were made available to the media. Here's one that captures an hour and a half of the encounter. I mean, just cops like telling on themselves in all the worst ways. I mean, this woman was 70 years old. That was a mental health response team doing that shit. Like, I don't know. One of the people on our board is in mental health and like deals with people who are having extreme crises every day. And, you know, obviously they can't talk about specifics because of FERPA and all that. But just like when I ask them, have you ever had to respond in this way? It's like literally over a decades plus long career. No, never, not once. And so the idea that Tulsa PD can't figure, I mean, it's so gross. Like that's how they end the encounter or that's how they even proceed during the encounter. And of course, you know, all of us who've been in this sort of criminal justice reform work, I mean, I've heard stories of, you know, I mean, people suffering mental health crisis being murdered. And you see exactly how it happens. I mean, like that person should have ended up dead. Anyway, the end of the video, they're bleeding horribly. And I mean, just wrong in all the ways. And of course, this is the Tulsa chief of the police department, Chief Franklin, who responds in this way. Like, well, you didn't get all the context. Like, motherfucker, what is the context for tackling and threatening to tase a 70-year-old woman? Like, what? Anyway.
I don't know. Not to mention you've got people in the comments who are like, you don't know how stressful it is for these cops to deal with this shit on a daily basis. Like, maybe laughing and joking about it was the healthiest way that they could have handled it without, like, escalating to physical violence. It's like, well, they did both.
Yeah.
So, like, it's never going to be okay to approach people who are having an extreme crisis and laugh about anything. Like,
yeah.
Even if they tell a joke, like, no giggles are allowed. It's just like, you can come up with as many excuses as you want, but you're still going to look like a piece of shit by the end of the day. So, as far as I'm concerned, they showed their true colors.
Well, and like the comment, as a former social worker, I've had weapons pulled on me. It's amazing how you can de-escalate a situation when you don't have a weapon. That, like, I always look at these videos just from, like, because I'm very logic-brained and not as emotionally invested sometimes in the argument. But it's like, you have every tactical advantage. Like, you know the person on the other side is probably unarmed. You know that they're a small, fragile person. You've got, you know, 5 officers behind you ready to storm the castle. Like, you don't need to escalate. Like, you have every conceivable advantage, and you know you have complete control of the situation. Like, you could sit there until they fall asleep on the floor and quietly pry the door open and get them. I mean, it's crazy that they think they have to act like that.
Yeah, and in this letter from the police chief, he says that, like, they could hear an aerosol can on the other side of the door, and they knew that she had a lighter. It's like, you think she's gonna blowtorch y'all when she comes out? Like, fuck out of here. Like, that is just not on anyone's radar. Like, and how can you confirm that she had a lighter? So, before any of that even happened.
Yeah. So, you know, again, Bynum's gone off the far right, you know, end of the spectrum. So it's like, of course, there will be no accountability for this. But It's psychotic. And I promise you, too, the voters do not support this stuff. Like, nobody with even an ounce of sanity or rational mind supports treating any person in our community, pretty much no matter what they did, but especially a woman suffering a mental health crisis, this way. I mean, just, they are delusional to think that anybody supports this. And the fact that the video has already been viewed 53,000 times kind of suggests that. But, you know, will the police chief be fired? Will he be threatened with his job? Will the officers be fired? I mean, you know, it's probably not. I mean, anyone's guess. Yeah, here's the letter. God, I read through all this stuff from like the Oklahoma City Citizens Advisory Board, and it's the same exact shit. I mean, they would go to a call knowing that like this person wants to die, suicide by cop, or, you know, is clearly in a bad space. And I mean, they would just within seconds have their gun drawn and ready to just do the thing. And it's just like, maybe don't do that. Like, crazy idea here, but maybe we don't do that. Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.